I just recorded 26 minutes of video, but didn't plug the mic in. Hello world, my name is Matt Spa and I am a photographer, videographer, and allergy sufferer in Atlanta, Georgia. Today's video is going to start a new, what will undoubtedly be a very long series of videos called Learn from My Mistakes. And in this series, I will humiliate myself by showing some terrible error that I have made, and then go about finding a way to solve that problem to hopefully save you the trouble. Today's video is going to be about audio, and I did indeed record this entire video without having the microphone plugged in. So this is take 2. We're going to look at ways to solve that problem, but also look at a number of different microphone options and even some room treatments to help you get better audio for your video productions. My studio space is pretty sweet. It's about 300 square feet. It's got glass on 2 walls, hardwood floors, 9-foot ceilings. Because of the size and because of all the reflective surfaces that sound can bounce off of, this room starts to sound kind of cavernous. We would call that a live room. The glass on these 2 walls allows that sound to bounce around all over the place. Sound travels in waves. When they hit something, they bounce off in the opposite direction. All of that makes for audio that is hard to understand or can just sound amateurish on your videos. My very first video on YouTube was about creating hand-painted backdrops. You can see that here. When I first recorded that, I shot all my footage, I did my time lapses, I had all the pieces I need, got excited, sat down at my laptop, popped on the headphones, and started to edit. There was a terrible, terrible buzz in this microphone. It was awful and it couldn't be fixed. I had to re-record the entire thing. After doing all kinds of troubleshooting and trying to figure out what the problem was and thinking that I'd nailed it down, recorded my second video, got excited, sat down, pulled out the laptop, ready to edit. Exact same problem. So, what would have fixed that? There is one thing that you must always do, and it is monitor your audio. And when I say monitor your audio, I mean with some decent headphones that cover the ear and at a reasonable volume, as high as you can comfortably go, so that you can hear any kinds of noises, any kinds of things that are going on in the background. Now let's take a look at some microphone options. What everybody has access to is your in-camera mic. In-camera mics are notoriously bad, and they are almost always placed in such a position on the camera to yield even poorer quality. So if you're stuck with your in-camera mic and that's all you have, hang around to the end of this video where we talk about, or just skip, where we're going to talk about ways to treat the environment to kind of help maximize the quality of the sound that you're getting. If you're keeping score, you'll know this is my 4th video, and in all of them I have used this little Aputure A-Lav as my primary microphone. The beauty of the lav mic is that it gets the microphone very close to your sound source, so any sound that's coming in the room don't get picked up as loudly in the mic as the voice that's speaking. With this, I can record directly into the camera, I can record into my phone, I could record into an external recorder. It's an awesome option. Next up for your consideration is the shotgun mic. I'm not sure why the shotgun mic is called a shotgun mic, because shotguns by design are made to spread out their shot. Shotgun mics are actually made to capture a very narrow range of sound. The beauty of the shotgun mic is in that characteristic. So this goes on top of the camera and is normally pointed at the sound source. It helps to reject all the sound coming off from the side. Where the shotgun mic really shines over the lav is that the lav has a very small element in it, particularly over the ear style personal microphones have a tiny, tiny element. Now they're very good, but a larger diaphragm is going to pick up more sound. You can think of the diaphragm in a microphone kind of like you think of a speaker. A speaker is pushing sound waves out to the listener. The diaphragm is grabbing those sound waves in, turning them into electrical signals that can then be processed. So, larger diaphragm, better audio. Option 4 is the boom, and the boom is a shotgun mic on a stick. Normally this is controlled by a boom operator who will take the microphone on the stick, move it around to whoever is speaking. Part of the beauty here, again, over the lav, is that you can control how much room sound you're getting, and you're going to get a more natural sound. Imagine this lav mic if your ear was right here as I'm speaking. That's not a very natural sound. So this kind of helps to alleviate that and gives you some control. For shooting interviews or even videos like this, I can just place this on a mic stand and make sure that it's out of frame. I can control, again, how far away I am and get pretty good audio. The last option that I'm going to talk in depth about here is the large diaphragm condenser mic. This is a Russian-made Octava mic. It has a 1-inch diaphragm in it, or somewhere thereabout, and it gives awesome sound. You don't really want to get this too far away from your sound source. It's going to grab a whole lot more room sound than the boom shotgun mic that we talked about earlier. All condenser mics require some kind of external power source. This can be provided either through the cable that goes to it, or sometimes you put batteries in the actual microphone. Another thing to consider about the large diaphragm condenser and even some shotgun mics is that they may require an external preamp. This takes that audio signal and boosts it to an appropriate level. This is a cheap unit. It's about $100. I like it because it's portable, it's bus powered, and it sounds pretty good. It's not stellar, pristine sound. It does give me a headphone out so I can monitor my audio, which is the whole point of this video. For more information on studio mics and preamps, check out Mike Delgado at Booth Junkie. Even if you're not really into that stuff, his voice is so silky smooth that you just want to listen to him. He could speak total gibberish for hours, and I would just sit and listen to Mike. So check out Mike. He's awesome. One other option to consider when looking at large diaphragm or even small diaphragm condenser mics is the USB mic. I don't have a lot of experience with these. If you do, comment down below because it's something that I would love to try out, but it's just an area where all of the analog counterparts to me thus far have produced far superior sound than a USB mic. On the USB mic, instead of having this XLR input, you've actually got a converter inside that's taking that analog signal, converting it to digital, so by the time it comes out here and hits your hard drive, it's already a digital signal. Professional audio recordings are usually done in an isolation booth, and an ISO booth is kind of like a porta potty that's been super insulated and then mass loaded. On the inside is usually a foam that will break up those sound waves. Anything you can do to stop those waves from bouncing around is going to give you better audio. That could be as simple as just putting pillows, literally, around your area. I've done recording sessions before where we used a futon mattress up on its end to help isolate sound. Learn from my mistake and monitor your audio. If I had just done this, test, I could have saved myself a ton of time that I spent reshooting videos. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found the information to be helpful. If you did, give me a subscribe, give me a like, ring my bell, and tell 2 friends. Till next time.